Hey everybody, channel's called Driving Home. I'm Lamont and welcome to another one of my videos. So I'm currently sitting in the bunk of my work truck, the 18-wheeler, and let me start off by apologizing if you can hear the idling engine, the background noise. I normally would try and shut it off and record the video, but the shop told me earlier today that it's got a starter issue and to just leave it running, keep it running. If I shut it off, they said you won't be able to restart it. So bear with me while we just try and work through. But I have these random video clips that I thought if I can figure out how to piece them together, maybe it'll make for a video. So in the first video clip, I'm just kind of showing off these window screens that I put on my box truck so that I could sleep in the heat of the evening. I had my fan going, and that was pulling air into the living space, but with the windows rolled up, there would have been no way to be comfortable. So put the screens on, had the windows down, and once it got late enough in the evening, midnight, 1 in the morning, it was pretty comfortable. But let me show you those window screens in this first clip. One of the other things I wanted to show you guys was my variation on the window screens. I put these little magnets on all about the window screen, all around the edges to hold it in place. And they do a pretty good job. Trying to avoid the sun here. But the reason I had to do this was because it's been getting pretty warm at night, and since I'm on a secured lot, I can leave the windows down and sleep with the windows open and get some fresh air without all the bugs and insects. So I managed to make it work. It's not pretty, but it got me through. So now in this second video clip, I actually finished up my second rocket stove, and I'm not going into any details about it since we just did a video on the whole rocket stove thing. But this was me just kind of playing around with the second stove, and one of the things that I did realize while I was testing it out was it makes for a really nice urban campfire. When you're in a situation where there's no large rocks to gather to make up a fire pit of any type, nor would you want to, it was kind of a nice alternative, a little bit of a surprise to me that I don't think I could do it very often, but it worked out where this Memorial Day weekend I had a campfire. Yeah, that was great. And I think the only other thing I can do now is make a video showing me actually cooking on one of my rocket stoves. So we'll just look forward to doing something like that somewhere down the road. Now in this next video clip, let me set it up by saying this. I was on the phone talking to my friend Mitzi. Her channel is Mitzi Adventures, and she mentioned during the phone call, and I have her permission to talk about this, but she mentioned that she was having an issue with her current toilet setup. I thought, you know what, I could probably put together a toilet that would serve her needs and put to rest some of those concerns that she had. So I had some scrap wood, and I had an extra toilet seat. Actually, I had 3 of them that I bought because I wanted to build toilets out at the van build party last year, but I didn't get a chance to go, so the toilet seats were in my storage. And I decided to dig these things out, put something together yesterday, took a little video of it this morning, and knew I was coming up to her area, so actually got the chance to deliver it, and we'll run all those videos together right now. Alright, so as you can see, it's a base, 3 legs, and then a top where the seat is mounted to. Now, if I was any good at woodworking, I would have drew the outline for the seat on the back side or underside of the wood so it wouldn't be seen. But I was building this kind of in a rush job yesterday. But let me get a bucket from my my very fancy camouflaged bucket chair with the rotatable lid. I'll borrow that for a second. Show you. Take your 5-gallon bucket, sits right underneath, and that'll get her done. I assembled it using pocket holes and glue. 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. Very, very stable. Somebody told me there's a famous YouTuber around here. I said I had to come see for myself. I got to the truck stop and Brian was kind enough to come over and pick me up. We drove over to where Mitzi's at and hung out for about an hour talking off camera. Just had a blast. And Brian took me back over here, dropped me off at my truck, and it was such a pleasure getting a chance to meet Brian and hanging out with Mitzi again. And hopefully we'll be able to do it again soon. It's good seeing you, Mitz.
Good seeing you too.
All right, we're gonna close out this video one way or another.
Close that door hard.
And Brian,
Not that hard.
in the dark. Yeah, I believe that's gonna do it for this video. I appreciate all of you sticking around and watching. You guys stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next video.